Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then hello, welcome, thanks for clicking on. So this isn't a boohoo haul, but yes, I'm in the same position and I've got the same tracksuit on. I literally have not stopped living and dying in this tracksuit. It is so comfortable, so deal with it, okay? Instead today I just thought to break it up a little bit, and like I feel like I haven't just sat and had a little chat with you in the longest time. I actually don't really remember the last just like sit down, like either like a mukbang or like a chatty video I've done. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do one of them today, and I thought I'm gonna do like a little girl talk. So I went on my Instagram and I asked you to ask me some questions, and yeah, I just thought I'd sit, have a little chat, have a little catch up. Today has been a day. I'm just so, like, I genuinely don't know where the days go. Like, I actually don't. It's currently 20 to 6. Like, I've only just been able to sit down and film this video. But yeah, and also technology has not been on my side today. But we move, you know, we've made it. We're sitting here, we're doing it. So yeah, I'm gonna go through some questions I have, and before we get into it, like, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, comment anything down below, a lovely little comment. I love reading your comments. There's just something about YouTube comments that just like make me so happy. Like, honestly, people are lovely. So let's have a little look. Oh, this is cute, this first one. What's your star sign and do you believe in star signs? So I am born on June the 2nd, and so I'm a Gemini. And some people love us, some people don't love us, but I love being a Gemini. I wouldn't say I'm into star signs in the sense that I'm not into anyone else's, but I'm into mine, and I'm a Gemini through and through. Like, it's a running joke when people say that I'm a Gemini. I'm like, yeah, I know. I am split personality. Don't get me wrong, 99% of the time I am this person, but if I'm in a mood, you know I'm in a mood. And there's just no in between. In my whole life, literally the other day I was sitting downstairs with, I think Catherine was round, Catherine and Daisy, and my mum was there, and we was, I don't know why we got onto the topic of it, but we was joking because I am literally in every aspect of my life, I'm a Gemini. I'm either all go, like with work or anything, or I am not moving and you're not getting me to move. I'm either like the loudest in the room or the quietest in the room. I'm 99% of the time I'm the loudest, which is another Gemini trait. I don't know, I just always have been loud. I don't but then if you see me for the first time, you'll think she ain't loud. But that's like, I do take a little bit of warming up, but like once I'm warmed up, you're gonna wish that I would cool back down. Because yeah, I'm loud. I'm not, I wouldn't say I'm like shy, but sometimes I can be quiet, but very rarely. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm either one or the other. Sometimes I'm in the best mood, sometimes I'm in the worst possible mood ever. And there's no getting out of it. Yeah, I'm a Gemini through and through. Everything about it, I'm just like, yeah, that's me. But yeah, love it or hate it. Some people don't like Geminis, but like, me and Lily are Geminis, and I feel like that's why we're like so similar. But then also it's not bad similar. We sort of get, it's really funny, we get each other because, like, say, I don't know, we're talking in the group chat and I'm blunt or Lily's blunt. Like, people take that as, oh my god, what's wrong with her, like she's so miserable. But I'm like, don't worry, she's just having a day, and I'll literally ignore her because I know she's being a typical Gemini. And then I'm just like, half an hour later I'm like, so you out your mood now, are you okay? And like, it's sweet, but it's because I know I'm exactly the same. Like, 1 minute I can just be a different person. Yeah, so sorry about that, but 99% of the time I'm happy. So what else have we got? So someone's obviously, I think because I mentioned in a video before, obviously me and Harry have been together a very long time. We are actually 5 years next month, early next month, 8th of Feb, if you want to know specifics. And someone's put, how to keep a long relationship. Okay, so the first thing I'd always say is it ain't easy. Like, honestly, it's not been 5 long years of love and great times. Like, don't get me wrong, like, Obviously it has been great times, and still, like, do you know what I mean, most of the time it's great times and like we love each other, but it's not always like that. Let me just put that out there. It's not perfect. If you'd asked me 2 years in, would I make for 5 years, I'd be like, as if, like, on, and that's me being brutally honest, and that's not thinking because my relationship is awful, but it's like any relationship, it's like a friendship, it's like my relationship with my mum. Like this morning, tonight she's all right, you know. So it's like any relationship, it's always gonna need work. So I think that's really the key for me, like, and even Harry, like, do you know what, for us it's just always been like, if we're going for a rough patch, don't get me wrong, it's hard work. It's hard work. We have been through rough patches, but we always just say to each other, well, as long as in that relationship you both know what you want, and like that being like wanting to be together and not wanting to be single or with anyone else, or as long as you both know that you want to be in this relationship and want to work at this relationship, it's a two-way street, like, do you know what I mean? As long as that's clear that that's what you both want, then I am, trust me, I'm a pure example of like, it can work, you can come out the other side. Yeah, I just think that's the main thing. Obviously if you're in a long relationship and someone doesn't want to be with you anymore or doesn't love you anymore, then yeah, okay, that's a complete different ball game. That's gonna be hard because then there's no helping it. But I know, like, when me and Harry have been through our rough patches, it's never been a case of not wanting to be together or wanting to be with anyone else or wanting to be on my own. It's just that, oh right, at this moment in time it's not working, so we both want to work at it, so let's go and let's work at it together. It, like I said, it's a two-way street, as long as both of you are committed to working through it, because it's constant. Like, even if we're in like a really happy phase now, but we're still constantly working with like planning date nights and being our words are, what are they? Respect, kind and considerate. They're actually, he's gonna be like, you've stolen my words and you've told them to everyone. But as long as you're them three things, and when you're thinking of the other person, you are them three things, like, you should be able to make good decisions, do you know what I mean, and work at it. So yeah, it's not been easy, but yeah, it's just constant work. It is, like, and some people don't want to do that, and that's the bottom line, and some people run at the first hurdle. But let me tell you, if that is the case, they're not worth it, because when you are with someone who wants to be with you and loves you, they will want to work through the bad times and get out the other end of it. Do you know what I mean? That was a long answer, but yeah, work at it. As long as you both work at it and that's both what you want, you can do it. But do not get in a relationship and want to be in a relationship for years and years and think it's going to be easy, because it's not. Someone just put toxic friendships. So I don't really know what that means, but I'm guessing what you do with toxic, I think, yeah, like what you do with toxic friends. Like, I don't know, is it worth having them? Like, I mean, I keep my, like, I have a selected few friends, and I think with friendships, it's as you get older, you sort of, you realise that you don't need a lot of friends, and you realise that the friends that you do, like, is quality not quantity, 1000%. And again, it's like any relationship, like, it's a two-way street, and you need to be, like, you need to work at it, but for sometimes there's only so much work that can be put in. And do you know what, as long as you're happy and you know that you have put your all into a friendship, and if it's not working, it's not working. Look, at the end of the day, like, you're not going to be friends with everyone. And I think as I've got older, that's just sort of what you realise. You're not going to be friends with everyone. You're not going to get on with everyone, because star signs are crazy and people are crazy. So it's just life. You're not going to. But a friendship, I always say this, like, my friends, like, I know if I was in trouble at 3 o'clock in the morning, they would be there. They would be there for me. Obviously, like I said, with like illnesses, with family, like bereavement, like things like that, like career changes, like, as long as they're there for you through hard times and things like that, then like, that's a good friend to me. That's when you know. that they're a good friend. You don't need friends that are just there for the good times. Same with a relationship, do you know what I mean? Like, it's the bad times, checking in on you, making sure you're okay. Obviously you want to have fun with them, but having fun with them isn't the be all and end all. Like, you could be having so much fun with someone but then actually think, you actually never check up on me, it's just to go out. And like, to me, as I've got older, I've realised that's not really the best way to build a friendship. Yeah, I just think it's a lot like relationships. They need work, but there does come a point where you realise that it's toxic because you're the only one working at it, and sometimes you can beat yourself up about it. But like I said, as I've got older, I've just grown to realise that it's life. Like, you can't be friends with everyone, you can't please everyone, everyone might not like you, but as long as you're happy with how you've been as a friend, like, I know that I'm a good friend. Like, friends, if you're out there and you're thinking you're a shit friend, let me know and I will work on it. But I think deep down I'm a good friend and I've got good friends around me. So yeah, it don't matter if I've got 4 friends, 5 friends, do you know what I mean? Like, they're good. So when you get older, that is what you do. But it's life at the end of the day. Like, I know I keep saying that, but even if you're a bit younger watching this, it's life that you're going to think it's the end of the world, that you're no longer friends with them, and you're going to beat yourself up like that you're not friends with people anymore. But like, it is what it is. You you'll grow to learn that. Is that the right way around? I don't know. So got another one, which is, how did you know you had polycystic ovaries? Obviously I have mentioned this on here before. Does it worry you? So everyone is different, I suppose. I can't really speak for anyone but my own experience. I got diagnosed with polycystic ovaries quite young. I think I was about 16. So what's that? 6 years ago. Is that right? Yeah. And pretty much mine was just because I didn't come on my period. Obviously I was at school, everyone was coming on their periods and I wasn't. Of course it could have been like I was just a bit late or whatever, but obviously then I went to the doctors to just have a checkup, and you have like an ultrasound on your ovaries and they can like tell that you've got them. So for me, it's on both sides. Obviously your ovaries are on both sides and they're just like cysts. I mean, it doesn't hurt, you don't know about them, do you know what I mean? It weren't like I was in excruciating pain and had to get rushed to the hospital. It was nothing like that. It's very chilled in a way. And yeah, so that happened, and then that's when I got put on the pill, because that will then regulate my period. So I was getting a period every month. And then yeah, so I've obviously been on the pill since I was 16. It was quite good though, because like I didn't have to go through the whole awkwardness with my mum of asking to go on the pill. Then you just like, I just lived with it. Obviously at first, like when I first got diagnosed, I wasn't really like worried because I was young. I didn't really think of it. I was just like, oh okay, cool. And then with the recent developments of like my belly and stuff, part of me was like, oh, I was young, maybe they got it wrong, maybe it's all fine, whatever. And then obviously when I went for an ultrasound again, that was the only thing that they told me with what was wrong with me. They was like, oh, everything's fine, but you have polycystic ovaries. I was like, brilliant, I already knew that. And now it's the opposite. Now I've actually, because I've been on the pill for a very long time, I thought, you know, I'm going to come off of it. And other questions about the pill, like, everyone's different with the pill. I've actually always been fine on the pill with like mood swings, with my skin, with like hormones and all of that. I've always been fine. So, but it's literally all different for everyone else. I know some people that hate the pill, some people that hate the pill that I'm on and are on different. You just gotta deal with that with your doctor. Take it. If it's not agreeing with you, you can change it. I think they do stop how many times you can change it though. I think you can literally change it only like a couple, maybe 3 times, and then they say like you can't change it anymore, and then obviously there are other options. Anyway, sidetrack. So obviously it's different for me. I've actually come off of the pill because I've been on it for so long. I was just like, let me see if I have a normal period and stuff, and so far so good. I'm just putting it out there. Well, I say that I didn't have one for 3 months. Didn't have one for 3 months, and obviously that was panicking. And then I finally had one, and I'm not regular, I would say, like TMI, but This month I wasn't heavy at all, and they obviously say with polycystic ovaries your periods are awful, hence the first one after 3 months of not being on, and then coming on I was in absolute agony. So obviously, does it worry me? I think now being a little bit older, I think about it more, but I wouldn't say I worry about it. A lot of people that have polycystic ovaries, fall pregnant, are completely fine. It's not life threatening. The only thing that obviously worries me is like children, but I'm not worried in a sense that I think I always use this as an example. I hope it's right, but like Victoria Beckham has it and she's got 4 kids. So do you know what I mean? It's not because you've got it you are never gonna have a child. It's always just up in the air. The only thing I hate about it is that they can't do anything about it. It is what it is, and they only really look into it like when you start trying to have a baby, which is obviously not anytime soon. So you're just sort of left in the lurch. Like my mum used to always say like, oh, like can't we do, like to me she was like, we need to get it more checked, we need to like figure it out. And I was like, but there's nothing you can do. Like there's literally nothing you can do. It is what it is, and you cross that bridge when it comes to it. So yeah, but fingers crossed, have all high hopes. Like I'm not going to stress over it, and as well in this day and age there is so many other options. So yeah, I try not to think about it, try not to worry about it. Obviously when it was going down again, and like I mean out of my belly troubles, and they confirmed it for me officially, I was like, oh okay, that's a bit worrying. Because then I suppose I started to think back at like, well, I don't know, like if I've not been too good with a pill, like oh I didn't fall, I wasn't pregnant, so is that because I can't? Like, do you know what I mean? You overthink it, but it'll be fine. I know it will. I've got good positive vibes for that. Right, what's the best thing about working for yourself? So obviously I've been working for myself now since the end of October. So to be fair, I only really count November and December because January is quiet, very quiet. To be fair though, I keep saying it's been very quiet, but it's busier than what I thought it would be. I thought I was literally going to be like twiddling my thumbs and like not have anything to do, but I have. Obviously I am busy doing all this sort of stuff, and I have had clients and stuff, so it's actually been better than what I thought. But I'm still not counting it because I'm not being fully booked every weekend, back to back, running around like a headless chicken as I normally am. This weekend I am though, which is very exciting. Obviously it's payday weekend, it's the last weekend of January, so everyone's going back out, so it's all going back to normal. But the best thing about working for myself is the fact that I am my own boss. Like I work for myself. No one can tell me what to do. I don't have to answer to anyone. I plan my days. If I want to have a day off, I can have, not that I really do anyway, but like even like if I want to go see my sister or go for lunch, I can. I don't have to think about a laptop. I don't have to sit there twiddling my thumbs. And like I would say I am, like obviously January I'm not busy with clients, but I have been the busiest and most productive I've ever been. But it's because I'm working for myself, because I'm like, no one else is going to do it for me, I've got to do it. If I don't do it, then I can't sit here complaining and think, oh well I didn't really go far with it because I didn't do anything about it. So I suppose that's also what I really love about it. But then it also works in the other way. Like sometimes when I just want to sit and wriggle a laptop all day but still know I'm getting paid, like I miss that. But I don't actually. I do not miss that. I would rather be running around so busy, not having a second to myself, than be doing that. But obviously it's less stress. Like I know I'm getting a paycheck at the end of the month. Whereas makeup, who knows what's going on, do you know what I mean? So it swings and roundabouts, but the best thing about it is definitely that I'm my own boss. I do what I want, when I want. Like I can film a video late at night. I could do nothing, although I've been busy all day. I could, if I really wanted to, do nothing all day, and then at 6 o'clock think, I'm just going to start work now and get it done. Do you know what I mean? It's literally just whatever I want to do. Oh, so another one is like how to balance friends and having a boyfriend. So obviously I've, like I said, been with my boyfriend for a very long time. Again, friends let me know, but I feel like I do quite a good job of balancing. I think it also depends on your boyfriend. Not like, obviously you wouldn't be with someone controlling anyway, but I think as long as both of you understand that you need that separate time and time with your friends, or even I like my own company. Like some nights I just think, do you know what, I'm not gonna go around to Harry. I'm not gonna, it's not because I'm doing anything, but I just want to sit and watch my own telly, do some work. Do you know what I mean? As long as you both get you do need that separate time and time with your friends, then it shouldn't be too hard. I get it. When you first get in a relationship, you have that honeymoon phase and you are in each other's pockets 24/7. That is normal, and obviously my friends are single, so if they was to get in a relationship now, I would get it. Like if they disappeared off the face of the earth for a little while, because that is what happens when you first get in a relationship. But then once that dies down, I always sort of just plan it as like don't get me wrong, as you get older as well, your friends, you are busy. Like you don't see each other like you did when we was at school and you saw them every day. Some weeks I don't see them at all, but if I don't, I know that I'm texting them all the time or planning when we're next seeing each other. And normally I just do it like last weekend just gone, Friday with the girls, Saturday with Harry. Like as long as me and Harry plan a date night, then, or vice versa, if me and the girls have got a night planned the other night, I'll say, oh look, H, I'm going out with the girls this night, do you want to do something on Saturday or whatever? Or, oh, I'm seeing Harry this Thursday, do you want to do something? Like you've just got to balance it. Like the weekends for a reason. We've got 2 nights, Friday and Saturday. You even got the Sunday if you really wanted to, do you know what I mean? But you've got Friday and Saturday, just balance it out. Obviously that can't go as swimmingly during like every week, but it's really easy. I always think it's easy, and I'm very fortunate in the fact that Harry's like not, he just sort of lets me do what I want in the best way possible. Like I'm not just going around going crazy, do you know what I mean? But it's like, yeah, that's fine, like you see the girls, I'll see the boys, or he likes his own company, like he'll sit in and chill. Or sometimes if the weekends are too busy, I do weeknights. It's different. I'm older now, like we're older now. It's not, and especially now I don't work, I don't really have a school night or a work night. It just is whenever. So I'll say, like tomorrow, it's Wednesday, Catherine and Daisy are coming round. They come round like Thursday, just gone. Like I'll just say, come round one evening, we'll get a takeaway or I'll cook dinner. Like if I'm busy all weekend, do you know what I mean? Catherine is different. She lives around the corner and we are both sort of in similar positions where we are around during the day. So I see her probably more than I actually see Harry, but it just depends on everyone's certain situations. But as long as you've not got a boyfriend that's like, you can't see your friends on Friday, like you got to see me the whole weekend, or same with me, like I can't be like that with him either. It's not just him, obviously. And as well, I think as you get older, if you've got good friends, they will understand, like, oh okay, she's seeing Harry that night, like that's fine if you can't do that night. If you're there for like the main things, like, do you know what I mean? If it's something you got planned for ages, like don't drop your friends out, like, do you know what I mean? Like that's planned. It's just a bit of common sense really, in a sense that just make time for both of them. And even like say if you don't want to go out every weekend, like just go meet your friends for a coffee, or not a coffee, but like, I don't know, like a bit of dinner or a drink. It don't even have to be properly out. It can literally be a Nando's, but as long as you are making that, or just ringing them and texting them and making sure that you're still on planet Earth with your friends and your boyfriend, then you should be fine. Do you know what I mean? When you disappear after the honeymoon phase, then like, come on, you need to pull your finger out a little bit. So someone's put about like self-love and like confidence and stuff. I mean, they've said like how to achieve it, but I don't feel comfortable saying, like, not comfortable, but I mean, again, I feel like that's always a work in progress. I wouldn't say I've achieved it one bit, but I feel like, again, this all comes with age. Like, don't get me wrong, if I was 17 doing this, it would probably be a lot different with different answers. But now I'm older, I feel like my mindset has changed. I just feel like as I get older, I sort of care less about what people think. And that's not because I love myself or I've achieved self-love, because like that's always a work in progress. But part of me is just like, well, obviously I care to an extent. Like I care what my friends say, I care what my boyfriend says, my sister, my mum, like all like my family. Like I care about that, and it's not anything bad, but I just mean like if I want to wear a certain thing, I'll wear it. I don't care what people got to say. Or if I want to do a certain job, I don't really care what people say. If I want to wear loads of makeup, that's it. It makes me happy. It's what I love. So that way I sort of have achieved it. But then also I look at my, like, asked Catherine today, was doing pictures, and I was like, Catherine, you can't put these anywhere. I was like, we've got to do them again. Like, I in no way, shape or form have achieved self-love in my own self, if that makes sense. But like, I know that I don't like the way I look, or do you know what I mean? But if someone was to say something, or if I was to think that someone's going to say, I don't care. I don't care what they've got to say, even though in my mind I might not feel like that. Do you know what I mean? Even though of course there are things that I don't like about myself, I feel like since I've started the gym and actually been better with like my diet, although I did just have chicken burger and chips, 70% of the time I'm better than I have, well, before Christmas. Do you know what I mean? I am better. And I think that also really helps with like self-love, because I feel like, okay, I might not be where I want to be or the way I want to look, but I'm not sitting on my bum and not doing anything about it. I am in the gym in the morning, drinking more water, doing my skincare. That's what I mean. It doesn't have to be necessarily losing weight. My skin was really bad this week, and so like that in itself is going to make me feel better and feel more like good about myself. So even if you're not where you are at, the best thing to do is to try and make little changes and just try to be better in like things like that, because inevitably you're gonna feel better. Like going to the gym, even though I don't weigh myself really, I don't go by weight, I go by how I feel, and I'm feeling better. So I think, oh okay, I look better in that outfit, and you start to love yourself. It's a journey. I'm not there, but there is little steps that you can sort of go towards it. That makes sense. 2020 holiday destinations, anywhere, absolutely anywhere. Like, I actually am not fussy anymore. Like, I just need to get away. I just need to get on a holiday. I've not been on holiday in so long, and yeah, so absolutely anywhere. Like, do not care like whatsoever. Best and worst thing about Instagram, it is the opposite of self-love, because you're constantly seeing other people and you do compare yourself to people. One of the worst things, but my business wouldn't be anywhere without it. So I only really go on Instagram for work. I have a personal account. I don't really go on it anymore. I go on it just to have a little stalk, because it has like my school people on there and like people that don't follow me on like my makeup page, do you know what I mean? Or I don't follow on my makeup page. So I go on there to have a little look, but like I don't really go on there anymore. Obviously I'm always on my makeup page, which is sometimes harder because you constantly do compare yourself to other makeup artists, to other businesses, to other people like out there. Of course you do, so that is one of the worst things. But then again, like, I love how it's grown my business, made it even possible to have this business. So I can't do it without it. Do you know what I mean? So I just sort of again have to get in that headspace of like not comparing yourself. I know it's really hard, but just sort of think like you're all on your own journey. So like you can't compare to someone else who's been doing it 5 more years than you, or is 5 years older than you. Like, I always do that. I always compare, and then I'm like, but Sydney, they've been doing it 5 years longer than you. They're 5 years older than you. Like, what are you going on about? Which sometimes is a good thing actually though, because it does make you want to achieve more. Like, sometimes I will watch other YouTubers and I think, oh my god, that's amazing, like, and it'll just make me work harder. So I do think it's balanced, but I do again think it's like the type of person you are, and I feel like I'm quite good in snapping out of it and like using it for the positive rather than the negative. Right, let's do how to get over an ex. This is such a standard girl talk question, but my top tip of what I've always said, block them out. Just block them out. Like, I know it's hard, but like obviously Harry's like my only really relationship that I've had, but before Harry I spoke to people, and do you know what I mean? But obviously when that ended, you think it's the end of the world, but sometimes if they've ghosted me, at the time I'm like, oh my god, he's ghosted me, what the fuck. But now I look back and I think, do you know what, no, that was the best thing they could have done. It helps you get over them quicker. Like, if they're not there constantly reminding you of them or of things, like, you do get over it quicker. Keep busy, have good friends around you to get over it. Just, yeah. And as well, like, if someone ghosts you or doesn't want to be with you, then you don't need that person in your life. Like, I always thought it was the end of the world, and this is really soppy, but like, again, when, say like when me and Harry first got together and we had our first big argument, I thought, well, that's it. Like, everyone else, like, that I've spoken to before, as soon as it gets a little bit hard or we have a little bicker, they run a mile. So when that happened with Harry, I was like, that's it, he's gone. Like, that's it, done, see you later. And when that wasn't the case, and when we actually just like worked through it and worked on it, I was like, oh, there is actual real human beings out there that will do that for you. If they want to be with you and they love you, they will do that. And as well, sometimes I just think, like, even now, like, you look at people and they now have grown to do that, don't get me wrong, but that's because that's for the right person. Like, everything happens for a reason. I'm such a firm believer in that. So if you've spoken to someone and it's not worked out and they've ghosted you, they're probably doing you a favour, and it's probably just because they're not the one for you, and it says a lot about them. Later on in life they might find the one, do you know what I mean? But that's obviously not your one. So don't ever think that it's your fault, or you will find that person that will want to do that for you because they love you enough. So just block them out. Like, and like I've said, like, if someone don't want to be in your life, if someone don't want to work and make it a two-way street in your life, like, you really don't need them. You've got, like, as long as you're happy and you've got good people around you, like, you don't need people that, it's horrible and it's so hard, but why would you want someone in your life just for the sake of being there if they didn't actually want to be there? So yeah, at first it's like, oh, they don't want to be with me, but you wouldn't want to be, like, honestly, it's the worst thing in the world, being with someone that doesn't want to be with you, because you will just feel horrendous and it will damage you in the future, like, honestly. So yeah, block them out, say goodbye, just believe that they're not meant to be, keep busy, and just sort of always see it as a blessing in disguise, you know. And like I said, if they ghost you, if they cheat on you, if they're horrible, whatever, that says more about them than it says about you. And I always, like, with cheating and stuff, like, I know because we're all overthinkers, but like, I always say this, like, if they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it. So stop stressing yourself out, stop overthinking it. It says about them. If you're a good person, if you're, like, don't ever feel embarrassed that you've given someone your all and then that they've ghosted you or ended it with you. Like, no, like, you're a good person, you've done that, and like, okay, it's not worked out, but stay true to yourself. Like, you've done that, you should be happy with you that you've done that. Okay, it's not worked out in your favour, but eventually someone will come along and you will have that, all that effort you'll put onto them, and it will be reciprocated, and it's the best thing in the world. So yeah, just, that's all I can say, really. That was deep. Wow, that was a lot for a Tuesday evening, but that was nice. I just love chatting, so that was actually nice to answer a few of your questions. Oh my god, this hair. Also, I've didn't discuss the elephant in the room. Basically, I kept these glasses on. I don't have to wear them all the time, but I kept them on because I'd had them on doing some work, and then I thought, oh my god, my makeup, I'm gonna have, like, probably a glasses mark, so I was like, I'm just gonna keep them on. But hi, this is me with glasses. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope that was a cute little chilled girly chat. Yeah, I hope I gave some good advice. I don't know, I feel like I just kept going off in tangents. There was just so much I had to say. God, don't get me started on life topics because I feel like I could go on forever. But that is everything. That I think I've done a good job of answering most of your questions. Yeah, like I always say, make sure you follow me over on Instagram so that you can get involved with them sort of things. And yeah, just like for regular updates of my life over on Instagram. And yeah, that's all I've got to say really. Hope you enjoyed. Give me this thumbs up if you like the girl talks, and maybe I can do some more, or I can do like a boy talk, or like dilemmas, or I don't know, things like that. Let me know. But yeah, that is the video, so I hope you enjoyed. Before you leave, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Like I said in a couple videos back, we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so subscribe if you haven't already, because I would really like to do it soon and hit that milestone. And also on my Instagram, because I have a giveaway under this sofa that actually needs to be given to someone, because it's been in the works for so long. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.